So I have the EX-701 Performance Stabilizer knee brace on my right knee with a unique four-way strap system. And to highlight the differences and the benefits of the EX-701 over a typical standard generic three-strap open patella knee brace, I have that on my left-hand knee. And we're going to show you the unique features of the EX-701 over a standard dime a dozen three-strap generic knee brace. And what you're going to see straight away is it's a very different way of securing the knee brace. And as you can see, we have the 4-point system here with the EX-701, and how that works is each individual strap crosses over itself to really harness and secure the knee in a very secure anti-slip mechanism. That's just not going to come down no matter how hard you try and pull this down. Over a typical three-strap design, and what I mean by three-strap, we have one strap here, we have a second strap which wraps around the back like this, and we have the final second strap which goes down there. Now you can see straight away that it's not a very clean snug fit because of the way the design is, and what that causes also is much more movement around the knee. And one thing I want to highlight here is it doesn't matter how well you tighten this up, there's no actual way to secure this to anyone's anatomy, because just the way the mechanism is, you'll see there's a really wide gap around the patella here. Thus, there's no real patella stabilization going on this type of knee brace. This one here, you'll see straight away, it's a very tight aperture around that patella opening. What that actually does is it really secures and isolates that patella tendon, stopping it from moving around. So if you do have any isolation issues, this is a great knee brace for that. The other key point here is if you do have patella tendon pain or jumper's knee, that's usually from a swollen patella tendon. That's normally because the quadricep is pulling the tendon out of place. So it gets some relief from a patella tendon band, which you can get around here. So you can see this crossover strap here actually does help relieve patella tendon pain by pushing that patella tendon down. You can't achieve the same thing with a three-strap knee brace, because basically this strap here, which is required to secure that knee brace, doesn't have a band that goes around the patella. So that's a real flaw on this kind of issue as well. Now if I turn around, you'll see some real cool design features here. Again, when we look at the EX-701, the strap system allows it to split around the back. So you'll see there is a 1 centimeter comfort gap here that really allows you to bend the knee very easily. There's no excess material piling up at the back, and it also makes it much more comfortable to wear throughout the day. A typical three-strap knee brace, which I have on the left-hand side here, you can see that middle strap runs around the back of the knee, and that causes some irritation around the back here, where you can see the open skin. Often the stitching and the Velcro around here does scratch the back of your knee, and also it causes restriction because that is actually going around the knee where it needs to bend. So it does make it much more harder to bend up to 90 degrees. So if you have mild to moderate pain, this is not going to help you at all in terms of moving around. Now look at stabilization for a second. Again, with this typical generic knee brace here, there's no side stabilization here at all. So there is actually nothing to really stop the knee being protected from the side here, because there's no real stabilization here. This is a very loose and very weak brace. It's actually just almost like a cloth brace here as well. So there is actually no real functional support going on here. Now if we look at the EX-701, you'll see when I take this off, you'll also see that it has a sleeve at the back, so that helps straight away position the knee brace straight away. But if I take this off, you'll see that it has the built-in stabilization coils here. So you can see there's a lot of flex there. So that really combines together to give a much more stable, uniform kind of compression all the way around the knee. So when you combine that with the four-way strap mechanism, which you can see with these individual straps, that really compresses the knee from all angles. It gives great support all the way up and down the knee. So if I do put that back on, you'll see by again placing the foot straight through that sleeve, it allows me to straight away position that knee brace on the ideal area, makes it much easier to fit. And of course that knee sleeve there also means there's no irritation from the back of the straps. I can now place this individually around the areas I want more compression. So the idea around this knee brace is that when all 4 points are actually attached, it crosses over, so there's forces from the left and forces from the right, so you get a really nice compression all the way around. There's stability around the sides, so if you do any kind of sport, basketball, skiing, soccer, any kind of team sport where there's lateral side and side movements going on, this is going to give you some support as well. Plus it's around less than 6 ounces or 175 grams, and so it's nice and lightweight. You can actually use this while it runs. Remember that 4-point system is not going to it will not fall down, so it is a super snug fit. And again, if you compare that to your typical 3-strap design, there really is no support there at all. It's very flimsy, and you know, this is going to fall off and slide off as soon as you do any kind of exercise. So it's really, there's no comparison in terms of the kind of, you know, support you're getting. This is real true functional support. All this really does, this kind of support, is it gives you heat retention through the neoprene, but you can see it just doesn't fit anywhere near as nice as the EX-701. I mean, it's pretty unsightly around the back there as well. So that's the reason why the EX-701 has got very good reviews. It is a very unique individual product that's designed from the ground up, and I think this will be suitable for anybody that has any kind of knee conditions as well. So there's a review of the EX-701 versus your standard typical 3-strap generic knee brace.